Hey there, everybody. This is Eternal Snowman here, and I am going to start a new series here on my channel. So if you don't know what this is essentially BLT recap and such, and I'll be reviewing all my personal plays and teams that I use throughout BLT. So we'll go ahead and explain exactly what everything is. So BLT is a tournament that happens on Showdown um, in the tournament room where a bunch of players will qualify for the tournament by earning points by winning tournaments and such, and then the best players uh, that like the highest ranking players are selected top 12 per 2 weeks for 2 months, I believe. Well, for 6 cycles they're selected, so 3 months, and then the tournament starts and we essentially a draft phase happens, and we go ahead and start the tournament. I got drafted to the Dendemil Dendens, which is kind of a weird name, but the Dendemil Dendens essentially are the team that we. Well, I won't really spoil anything right now. We're currently in week 7, um, but I'm going ahead and recording these. There are 7 weeks total, and then after the 7th week, there are playoffs for the top 4 teams. So I'm playing Ubers for the Dendemil Dendens. Uh, each team has one player for each tier that faces off against the other players from other tiers. So there's one Ubers, but there's two OU, one UU, one RU, one NU, one PU, one Little Cup, and then a Doe. And then, yeah, so we can go ahead and start off week 1 by looking at my team. So what I brought this week was pretty standard balance, I would say. So we can start off with the Aegislash. Aegislash, the primary Xerneas check in the metagame. It's very good. I'm running a standard Spadef set that with Toxic, Pursuit to trap Latios and that kind of stuff. Arceus-Rock here is mainly an Yveltal check because my team actually struggles a lot with Yveltal. It's Spadef to check Yveltal better. Running Judgment, Willow, and also is my primary defogger. I'm required to have a defogger on this team since I have both Rayquaza and Yveltal, and because I have Sash Rayquaza. This is huge. Sash Rayquaza running DD. This is a win con in situations where either Arceus is weakened or taken out. I'm running a Jolly set with Dragon Dance, Aqua Tails to take up Primal Groudon. It's preferred over Waterfall because it can nab a KO. After Stealth Rocks, Dragon Ascent is primary stab, while E-Speed is to beat things that are faster than me. And prevent 50-50s with Sucker Punch and such. Then this is standard Life Orb Yveltal. Running Heat Wave for Klefki and Mega Maw. And then Mega Mewtwo, pretty standard, but I'm running Toxic here to beat Yveltal better, so I don't have to risk 50-50s. Or like, I have a 50-50 opportunity with Yveltal. And then Landorus becomes a Stealth Rocker that beats Primal Groudon. Overall, I'm not too happy with this team, but then I'll go ahead and jump into our replay here. So we played against the Hydreigons. The week went really badly, but go ahead and start the replay here. So I lead here with Landorus expecting Primal Groudon lead. Either he sees that or he just wants to lead with Mewtwo. He Megas immediately. And I go into Aegislash because I know Aegislash can take anything Mega Mewtwo does. And so he Calms Minds here. I'm not really sure why, but I missed the Toxic. I was expecting a Primal Groudon switch. That kind of sucks, but in the end it doesn't really matter that much. He goes in Psystrike, so I know that I have to attack here, so I just Gyro. He switches to Yveltal, and I King Shield expecting him to attack again. And then I switch to Yveltal. I think he was expecting a Shadow Sneak, so I'm expecting a Dark Pulse, and go to Yveltal. And then go ahead and have Arceus take the Oblivion Wing that pretty much does no damage to it. So he goes ahead and sees that and switches into Giratina. And I go Willow because I'm expecting a physical set, which is correct. It is a physical set. So it's anti-Pedon set, essentially. And then he goes ahead and Dragon Tails, which is the right move. And then he Shadow Sneaks on Mega Mewtwo, and so I just finish off his Giratina. And then Primal Groudon comes in, and I'm expecting a support set, and I know that I can't really do much against that, so I switch here. Oh shoot. I switch there expecting either a Precipice Blades or a Stealth Rock. And he goes ahead and Stealth Rocks, and I get greedy. Well, here it was technically the right play. So he roars me out. I don't really lose anything. I could have went for the attack there, which would probably have been a decent play. And then he roars out AG on the King Shield because King Shield doesn't block status. And then he knows that he can't stay in, so I click Dark Pulse because that's the play. So he goes Yveltal, and then I know that he's probably faster because I'm not running max speed. If you saw earlier that my Yveltal is actually running 96 speed, and most Yveltals will be running more than that. So I go ahead and just take the damage instead of anything else. And then I go into Lando because I know that Lando can survive a Sucker and KO, or just outspeed and KO. And he goes ahead and trades with that. And then I go here into Arceus, and because I want to defog for my Rayquaza. And then I'm pretty much trying to force him to attack and kill me. So he doesn't get rocks up. And then I get really greedy here. He makes the right play and roars me away. I should have attacked because I was guaranteed to not miss Aqua Tail here, and then I would kill him for sure. But I got really greedy, and that lost me the game. Because what happens is he gets his... So I technically might have still won here, but I make a wrong play, so I think that the best play would have been just to sack Mega Mewtwo-Y, because Mega Mewtwo-Y will die to the Arceus E-Speed and doesn't provide anything for my team anymore. So I should have sacked it here, but for some reason I sacked my Rayquaza, not Mega Rayquaza. And if I had kept Rayquaza around, then I could have used Rayquaza to kill the Arceus. But it did not happen, and then I King Shield here because I know that I want to get as much passive recovery as I can. And then he has Hidden Power, Fire, Ground, I'm not sure. But then I go ahead and kill his Xerneas. And then he goes into Arceus, and I have to not... So I have to like attack because I know that if he sets up a SD I lose, but here if Rayquaza was Rayquaza and not Arceus, then I could have had a chance. Since I would have been able to King Shield on Aegislash and possibly survive an E-Speed and then go for a Toxic or a Gyro, and then have Rayquaza still be able to kill the Arceus, but I made a couple misplays at the end of the game that lost me this game. So I'll see you guys next time for another BLT analysis and recap.